All right, hello everyone, and now welcome. Oh, hi Digihan. Hello everyone, welcome to game number 1. Well, in this game, it is not a set, just casting some games today. I found myself with a little bit of extra time, wanted to cast some more WarCraft 3 for you. Thank you to everyone who's already followed me on Twitch. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, but would like to, definitely head over to my Twitch channel. I'll leave it in the description. For those of you guys who are watching from a phone, it is Crota SC, and you'll be able to look me up fairly quickly. You'll even fill my quote-unquote jar as time goes on until I empty it. So a couple of followers, a couple of bits right there, as we are going to be looking at a human versus an orc matchup. All right, I reversed that a little bit. The human AI Sock, or Sock, spawning as the red human on the top left-hand side of Terranistan. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, we have Lin spawning as the blue orc. Orc versus human in this 1v1. Curious, we do not see the barracks as of yet. We'll see the timing on that barracks and what will be unfolding here. Let's take a look. More lumber being added. It doesn't look like a peon is actually building a barracks yet, so it may be an extremely fast tech to tier 2 for going barracks and then maybe having a voodoo lounge. We'll have to check back on that in just a little bit. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, a pretty standard opening. 2 farms already down. A third farm will need to be placed down here in just a little bit in order to get up to, I believe, 24 maximum supply, and up to even sitting at 18, now up to 24. We'll need to be able to get up to 30 as the Archmage and Footmen are now making their rounds out. One lone footman doing a bit of scouting. Let's take a look back down across here. Yes, it is a tech to stronghold before the 2-minute mark, using every bit of lumber that he could possibly gather here. And is it going to get pressured? This is one of those situations where a tower attempt would absolutely destroy. And, well, as I say that, it is Farseer first. I didn't even bother to check. Farseer first in this matchup. And it could be Farseer into perhaps Wind Riders. That would be a rather interesting opening, as the Farseer would be able to get in a good bit of harassment. But there is going to be water elementals to deal with. Taking a look back across here, we now see the barracks and another orc burrow being constructed. The tech to tier 2 is incredibly important, as the footman now getting chased away. Archmage or Farseer are going to go ahead and try and put pressure across all of these units here. Now it's trying to get in some engagement there. As you can see, that one militia taking a fair bit of damage, and now just trying to rack up damage on these militia here. All right, you can see this militia trying to run away is going to be able to catch back up. Meanwhile, the Farseer is being pushed all the way back, but using that range fairly effectively, and now adding in some damage onto those footmen. If the Farseer can just move and attack, and that's exactly what the Farseer is doing, he can actually out-damage and outclass these footmen here. The footman down to 67 hit points. Is it going to get taken down? This one low hit point Spirit Wolf should have been running an opposite direction, as another unit does back off. Archmage does have level 2. That is going to give Sock a significant advantage in terms of mana, but the tech to tier 2 is about 30 seconds away from being completed. Meanwhile, the Spirit Wolf trying to get away, and this is all just going to be neatly cleaned up by Sock, as, well, Lin is not going to be giving up with this potential push. Now, what is he really looking to do? He's trying to buy time for a sudden sort of unit combination that will perhaps try and catch his opponent off guard. Will it really work? That is the big question. As you can see, the Arcane Tower is currently already being upgraded here. You can take a look. Are we going to perhaps see some repairs? You can see that the Spirit Wolf should be able to take it down. And if it gets taken down before getting canceled, yeah, that is actually experience for that Spirit Wolf. Spirit Wolf should be backing off here. This one Spirit Wolf can engage a little bit further, as that Farseer is taking far too much damage right now. Meanwhile, back at the other end of the map, it looks as though the Archmage is going to try to run on in and pick up some extra units, as we now see a Dark Ranger adding in. Oh, this is a complete 180 in terms of what I expected. The Dark Ranger with those skeletal minions can in fact do a lot of damage. And you can take a look off to the north here, damage being added up once again. That damage is going to add up very quickly, as the Dark Ranger are going to start adding in some damage onto perhaps some more peasants. If the peasants end up getting taken down, that would be bad news, as the Farseer could have taken down that peasant there. However, the Black Arrow debuff had come to an end. More damage getting underway. Farseer going to be pushing across here. Scroll of Town Portal coming back in. Dark Ranger is in a very, well, curious spot. As you can see, a low hit point Footman. Is that going to get taken down? Farm now taken out. All right, Farseer is in a very bad spot. But, well, nothing's really trying to engage or take him out. Forest Troll Trapper has been taken out. And we'll take a look where the Farseer is going to be going. The Farseer finally uses a Scroll of Town Portal. The Dark Ranger was trying to finish off some of those peasants, unable to do so, as Sok was able to, well, get to Tier 2 during that time. That's important, as more peasants will be trained. Perhaps some lumber was lost during all of this, as we're looking at a 31 supply army going up against 27. Farseer, rinsing and repeating, Clarity Potion, Healing Salve, ready to go. Dark Ranger not even bothering with a Clarity Potion, just going to run straight on through. And this is going to be an interesting follow-up here. A lot of pressure as the Beastmaster now being hired up. Beastmaster, the perfect companion right here, as you need units and presence very fast. Both sides with rather small armies. Dark Ranger is going to be able to get a skeletal minion off of that, as another skeletal minion could get, well, get added here. All right, Farseer now sitting at level 2. Water Elementals being dropped into play, as you can see that Farseer needs to get away. Meanwhile, a lot of low hit point units off over here. Speed Scroll being used. A beautiful Chain Lightning finishes off some units there, as the Farseer, oh, one more shot should do it. A shot around the edge. No, yes, it is going to end up taking it down. However, is there a skeletal minion? No, there is not. The debuff went down, and the lightning from the Farseer was the killing blow. Farseer now coming back around, going to be doing a little bit more damage once again. Quill Beasts are out, and we see a beautiful surround on the Beastmaster, except, well, the Spirit Wolves don't have enough health to really execute a very useful surround at all. Archmage taking far too much damage once again. Meanwhile, Farseer continuing to battle it up. Let's take a look. Yes, there goes another unit. The Dark Ranger down to sub 200 or 250 hit points, 200 hit points now, as you now see Life Siphon onto that Archmage. Archmage able to back off in time. Level 3 Water Elementals, if mana is, well, no longer an issue. Footman will need to back off here. Farseer needs to back off once again. You can see this low hit point Grunt needs to get away, and it will escape at 150 hit points. Low hit point Footman now trying to run away, but running away from home. Meanwhile, the Farseer, the Dark Ranger, is looking to finish off another unit here. Will get it taken out, perhaps pick up some items, useful items. Farseer now being pushed back the other way, as the, well, Sylvanas or the Dark Ranger needs to perhaps teleport back home to heal back up. It should be bringing up some gifts. There is a Healing Salve. There's a Clarity Potion ready to go. Farseer also healing units back up once more, as the Farseer, well, down to 327 hit points, as you see a skeletal minion getting taken down there. All right, well, Quill Beast going to get taken down. Farseer wants to make sure that it is nowhere nearby. It needs to get all of that precious mana once more, as the Dark Ranger, Farseer are going to be getting repositioned. Level 3 on the Archmage. Level 2 Water Elementals will be difficult, as, yeah, Life Drain, not a very common ability to be had. So right now, Lin opening up a brand new playbook in this game on the ladders. Farseer now moving out. You can see the Tavern, well, excuse me, not the Tavern Hero down over here. You can see the Spirit Walker is going to be added, as well as a beautiful Ensnare goes down on the Footman, forcing an engagement. Now, the Ensnares allow the, well, the ranged heroes of the Orc army, something I rarely ever get to say, to focus down units. If these Ensnares are very fast and furious, well, a lot of problems can be had. The Priests are not going to be able to get away, and as you see, the Beastmaster now sitting up to level 2, but another Priest has gotten taken down. A Bear now added as well, something that you never see in a human versus Orc matchup, because, well, the Hawk is normally the better unit. All right, you see some illusion Water Elementals. All of those units will get backed off there. Doesn't want to try and figure out which one is the real one. Just going to back off, regroup, and re-ready themselves, as we're looking at a 43 army compared to 34. All right, Staff of Teleportation takes that unit back home. Raider down to 358 hit points. It needs to get away. The Spirit Wolf's trying to offer a little bit of protection once more. As you can take a look, Bear taking a lot of damage. The Dark Ranger could add in a little bit more Life Siphon away from the Water Elemental. Well, as that was just an illusion. All right, Farseer coming back the other way. You can see Water Elemental disrupting the heal there as another disenchant quickly takes that Water Elemental out of the fight. All right, wait a second. That was an illusion Water Elemental. It didn't deal damage. How did it remove the Clarity Potion and the... how did it remove the Clarity Potion? Unless... Did it? I'll have to check that video, or the YouTube viewers will have to let me know whether or not that actually happened. If an illusion can cause and at least stop healing salves and scrolls of regeneration, that would be very, very powerful indeed. All right, Farseer, still relatively low on mana. Let's take a look. Are we going to get enough experience onto the Farseer for level 3, which is very important as the Priest should be getting up to Initiate training in just a moment. Once they get Initiate training, we are going to have Dispel Magic going up against the skeletal minions that the Dark Ranger does produce. All right, Militia. There was a disenchant. I believe it was from the Spirit Walkers. We haven't seen much Spirit Link be cast at all, as we are now looking at a Dark Ranger finishing off. Yes, Dark Minions now back out onto the field. Those Dark Minions do deal a lot of damage and finish off units rather fast. Let's see how much damage they can really do as another Raider. Wow, Spirit Link escaping back in time. Kodo Beast back out onto the field as well. Farseer in trouble, gets taken down as well. There goes another minion there. All right, level 3 Farseer has been slain. Units are going to go back to their respective corners, lick their wounds, and get ready once more. Spirit Walker Mastery Training. Are we going for Tauren? All right, Farseer now currently getting resurrected. Adept Training already completed. We could be going into Taurens. And that is something I have not seen in years. Well, I say, well, a year or so. So if we do see a lot of Taurens out onto the field, especially with Resurrection, things will get very crazy very quickly. We do not see any Griffin Aviaries. We are not even at teching to tier 3, as an Arcane Vault is now being added. All right, at the 12-minute mark in this game, Orc finally clearing out the 5-3-3 and 1-1. Oh, just the 1-1-1 creep camp outside the base. Dark Ranger sitting at level 3 there. There goes a quick ensnare as the Grunt, happy to be home, will be able to heal back up in just a second. There it goes. There's that healing salve. Back the other side, Skeletal Minions doing a little bit more scouting. Quickly gets taken down by the Enforcer and that Renegade Wizard off to the north. So far, Dark Ranger now looking to pull back. Raiders are here, ready to go. We should be looking at a couple of ensnares. Those Enforcers just standing right there. We are looking also, where is the rest of the Human Army? Human Army looking to set up and take down their own expansions as well. At the 12-minute, 30-second mark, the players have finally gone off into their respective corners and cleared their own neck of the woods. This is something, well, that usually opens up in a completely different direction. Now, the Dark Ranger does have a Robe of the Magi that should be given to the Farseer, since it would help increase its damage as well. The Dark Ranger doesn't need mana that much, as we're going to be looking at, well, how much healing the Dark Ranger can and will want. Dark Ranger down to 675 hit points, may try to get to level 5. Meanwhile, the Farseer is sitting at level 3 and using a Clarity Potion. Is it going to pick up a Clarity Potion for the Dark Ranger? I do believe so. And no, a Pocket Great Hall. All right, I take it back. A Pocket Great Hall, as we now see a Watchtower being constructed in the middle of the field. Some damage was dealt to it, but it will be completed and most likely repaired. Quilby is looking to finish that off. Not going to be able to do so, as you now see some more heals go down. All right. Peon should be trying to repair this here. Great Hall now done, as that Watchtower will offer a bit of protection. Meanwhile, back down to the south, or back off to the north, the Beastmaster sitting at level 3, Archmage sitting at level 4. Belt of Giant Strength on the Beastmaster, which should be incredibly helpful. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3, adding a bit more hit points there. Dark Ranger still healing up a lot of hit points, as we're looking at the Spellbreakers now making their way through. Invisible Quill Beast, a lot of casters here. We do have Mastery Training, as the Watchtower is getting repaired. watchtowers do have fortified armor right now, meaning that it is going to be difficult to take them out. Also, a great haul is here, so an expansion attempt should be ready to go. Water Elemental is going to be coming across. They may be able to take down a watchtower as it's trying to be constructed. All right, units are just making their way through here. Are they going to end up inside the base? Let's take a look back down to the south. Scout towers, there's a dust of appearance, and nothing was revealed. The Quill Beasts are in the back across here, and they're going to be able to take down this watchtower in a matter of seconds. Quick disenchant, however, that watchtower will get destroyed as the Kodo Beast is trying to eat something, and it misses a Spellbreaker. There goes an Ensnare, going to go ahead and try to eat once more, as it is going to be able to slowly digest again. Footman getting taken down. Beautiful, beautiful takeout so far, as the Raider now trying to head back out. As the Raider now gets taken down again. So far, Spellbreakers are falling left and right, but the guard towers in the back line here are going to force an engagement. Spellbreakers looking to hold the line up against the Grunts, but the Grunts are going to be able to deal more damage. Grunts are attacking more slowly, but they do have the Speed Scroll to try to counteract all of that slow. Dark Ranger does have Silence and is now sitting at level 4, as the ranged attacks from all of these units have been putting down a lot of pressure. All right, Water Elemental back out onto the field. Are we going to see some disenchants? No Spirit Link. Raider going to get taken down. There it goes as well, but all of those have been taken out. Dark Ranger now sitting at level 5. Level 3 Black Arrow should be able to do quite a number onto some of those poor casters in the backfield, as the Archmage now down to 191 hit points as well. All right, continuing that fight. Bear gonna get taken out very quickly. Kodo Beast, both of them with something in their tummies, as we now see the units backing off again. 46 compared to 47. The Farseer now gonna be doing a little bit of chasing. Is it gonna be able to do enough? Perhaps take down some of these units. You can see a beautiful Chain Lightning finishing off another unit once again. All right, hello Paraleaf, hello Evil Pop-Tart. That Dark Ranger is doing a lot of work. Hello Ralph Anante. Sorry, I'm not used to saying hi to viewers, but then again, it does make this a lot less lonely as I am casting. All right, having a bit of an audience, getting some energy from the audience here, as Sok now setting up an expansion over here off to the north. Economically speaking, we are fairly much even. The Farseer is trying to regenerate some mana. Meanwhile, so is the Dark Ranger. The Water Elemental doesn't want to break invisibility yet, but what might end up happening is, well, the Water Elemental, as its timed life is nearly up, could try and stop the healing on the Kodo Beast and that Spirit Walker right there. Meanwhile, this 533 Creep Camp finally going to get taken out. Yeah, there you go. You saw that Water Elemental poke that Kodo Beast at just the right moment to remove that healing. Back off. You can see a Ring of Protection has been dropped. Who is going to pick it up? Ring of Protection now picked up there, and Tome of Intelligence also read as well. Farseer Illusion keeping track of things off to the north. We are at Fortress. Fortified armor here ready to go. Spirit Walkers have the mastery training, so they have 600 mana. That's one of the benefits for the Spirit Walkers to have mastery training. They have significantly more mana, able to get off more disenchants, even if they aren't using that last very, very powerful spell. Back off to the north, Illusioned. Well, Illusion Farseer trying to get away. It is going to end up, well, just simply disappearing, as we are looking at a level 4 Farseer and a level 5 Dark Ranger. Now, Dark Ranger at level 5, are we perhaps going to get Possession? Possession, very, very powerful ability, able to well, completely force units to switch allegiance. And sure, I don't know if you can actually possess Spellbreakers. Another invisibility now coming on out and coming on through. As you see a Dust of Appearance, that Water Elemental quickly going to end up getting taken out there. Meanwhile, the Wolves are going to end up being destroyed as well, as the pressure is already on. All of the Spirit Walkers, the Disenchants should be good to go. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Dark Ranger trying to finish off some more units. Guard Towers all in position, though, with an Arcane Tower, and that is going to put an end to this push right there. Kodo Beast has something in its stomach. Another Kodo Beast. Oh, we could get an ensnare onto a Spellbreaker. That should be what we're looking for. And ensnare onto a Spellbreaker so you can start digesting a unit. There, it is digesting 2 Spellbreakers out of the fight as this fight is raging on. Meanwhile, Raider trying to get away. A bear being summoned straight up into the fight ends up going after the unit, and it looks as though the bear may get taken down. Meanwhile, oh, the Raider actually tried to engage the bear. Not the best use at all, as the Sorceress now getting siphoned mana. All right, not quite sure what that was about. The Dark Ranger had plenty of health still, as we now see the Raiders in the backfield. Level 5 now on the Farseer, as the Dark Ranger may get to level 6. Level 5 Dark Ranger almost to level 6. More disenchants. Wolves are now all gone. But what is happening here as the Kodo Beasts are still digesting some units? All right, we do see a Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor should be placing down a lot of wards to try and keep track of all of these invisible summons. Meanwhile, Spirit Wolf going to turn back around, finishing off another priest there. Dark Ranger off. Where is that Dark Ranger? Dark Ranger standing next to the Archmage. Meanwhile, Farseer does have enough for a Chain Lightning. Could be able to Chain Lightning some of those units. There it goes. Dark Ranger now finally up to level 6. Could try to finish off some of those units. There is a possession, grabbing that priest once more as the Kodo Beast now trying to get away. A priest, a very, very, well, smart call there as the Kodo Beast getting stunned by the bash of the bear. Priest now trying to head back home. Meanwhile, Dark Ranger is getting up more mana, has turned off the black arrows, as you noticed, in order to be able to possess additional units. Meanwhile, back off to the north. Archmage is trying to heal back up. A good heal across multiple units. Yeah, the Dark Ranger's possession can in fact take Spellbreakers, just not the normal Banshee possession, as we're looking at more and more units getting taken out. Farseer, well, getting a good Chain Lightning into there, trying to focus off more units again. That Raging Bear, well, that Raging Bear could get taken out. Are we going to see the Squirrel Town portal? Yes. Transfer to the Dark Ranger in time. Take down the bear, get some experience, but losing a Spirit Walker in the process, as Sock's army is sitting at 44. Meanwhile, Lin is sitting at 60. All right. Earthquake would also be a possibility, as the Farseer is just outside or halfway to level 6 already from level 5. The Dark Ranger needs to get some clarity potions, wants to heal back up as much as possible. Also, that priest is providing a lot of healing back at home, as you can see. No use of the clarity potions as of yet, but we are now transitioning into, well, Wind Riders. Wind Riders may completely catch his Sock off guard. Those Goblin Sapplers will get taken down. You can see that there is not that many Quill Beasts, as the Bears seem to be the go-to unit coming in from that Beastmaster. With Bears over Quill Beast, the Wind Riders may be able to do a lot of poking, and now the Quill Beast does spot the Wind Riders. Does he realize what's going on? Yeah, Sock realizes, oh my goodness, this is not a good spot to be in. Goblin Sapper is trying to run away, as the Spirit Wolf trying to get back as well. You can see the Wind Riders going after all of those units here in just a second, but a good amount of slow now being used as well. Both sides currently mining 64 supply compared to 50, so it is a 20 gold minute between. Oh wow, what is this? An Orc Burrow hiding down over here. I thought it was an expansion that I missed somehow. The Spirit Wolf could have finished off that Sorceress, but a lot of heals still getting underway as a disenchant or dispel magic is there. All right, let's see. Well, the bear does not have blink yet, so it's not a blinking bashing bear. And with the Raging Bear, you can perhaps try and get a lot of slow or dispel magic onto that bear before it really becomes a problem. All right, there is a steal. Spellbreaker stolen. Dark Ranger now trying to get away. Is it going to be able to work? As the longer this game goes, the Dark Ranger is just trading in cooldowns for a larger army. 73 supply compared to 47. One water elemental is right here, ready to go. Quill Beasts are down over here as well. Peons being added, perhaps for Spirit Link, trying to spread out all of that damage once more. Back down to the south, you can take a look. One Spirit Wolf is trying to keep track of that Goblin Sapper, as we have a lot of invisible summons. Back off to the north, the Wind Riders trying to go after that guard tower. Guard tower taking 2 rounds, 3 volleys, and it is taken down. It will be forced to retreat once more, as this Wind Rider most likely wants to head back home to try and get healed. All right, time to steal a human or peasant to get human tech. If he does that, that would go down as one of the best games of 2018 already. Having a Farseer, having a Dark Ranger, and then adding an Archmage of your own just for Brilliance Aura would be absolutely hilarious. Wind Rider now heading back here. You can take a look. Spirit Walkers here ready to go. We have Shamans with Bloodlust. Shamans with Bloodlust are out ready to go. This is absolutely surreal so far, and we haven't seen it as of yet, but bloodlusted Wind Riders, Spirit Walkers, Spirit Link, all of this is gonna really change things as the Wind Riders are getting healed back up as well. All right, Kodo Beast increasing their damage. Wind Riders could do a lot of damage here. Hey, K-Real, how you doing? As a slowed Wind Rider off here. Invisible Summons, keeping track of everything going down. Invisible Summons seems to be very important in this matchup, as well as we could see another Spellbreaker stolen by the Dark Ranger. All right, is it going to spot it? Yeah, yes, no, takes the Goblin Sapper and just absolutely blows it up on those other units immediately. Dark Ranger now trying to pull away, but you can take a look. The Wind Riders with Bloodlust dealing so much damage, focusing down units so quickly. All right, Bears now taken out. Let's take a look. Wind Riders, even though they are slowed with Bloodlust, they are able to deal a lot of damage and do it very fast, as the Water Elementals getting taken out. I believe some Wind Riders are getting taken out. Meanwhile, Kodo Beast in the backfield here. Farseer in the back. Where is the Priest? I'm not quite sure. Level 6 now in the Farseer. Is it going to be Earthquake? I don't believe so, but this fight is still raging on. Dark Ranger going after some of these units here. Takes down a Forest Troll Berserker, and right now the Greater Dark Minions are going to be a significant problem, as we do see a couple of peons here. Dark Ranger is not using the black arrows, not quite sure why, as we now see a Spellbreaker joining back or switching allegiance again. All of these Wind Riders need to pull back here. Kodo Beast should be eating something. 64 supply compared to 53, as the Spellbreakers, well, able to retreat back once more. Kodo Beast not eating anything at all. This Great Hall is not going to be able to stick around for very long. It is one base to one base, as the Kodo Beast extremely low on life. However, getting under the range of these guard towers is going to be important. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used by the Beastmaster, as we could have Thunder Lizards. All right, Archmage is sitting at level 6. Beastmaster sitting at level 6. Sock able to rebound off of this, as we're looking at multiple level 6 heroes, and we have only mastery ability we've seen, or ultimate ability, has been Possession. Back down across here, Orc Burrow gonna get taken out. You can see that Orc Burrow is taking a lot of damage with that fortified armor, but still not gonna be enough. All right, this is absolutely crazy again here, as the Water Elemental going to get taken out. Is the Water Elemental going to finish off? Yes, it does finish off a Wind Rider. The Priest was unable to heal it up enough. Meanwhile, the Farseer going after those units there. Is it going to be able to finish it off there? 135. No, going back the other way once more. All right, only one Priest. You can see so many low hit point units. 43 supply compared to 55. Lin has not been able to deal enough damage to actually take out units, and that is the problem with not having the Blade Master. That sudden burst of damage onto a single unit. Even with Bloodlusted Wind Riders, I gotta say, Lin is playing a very solid game, but Sock has just been able to out attrition, even though he has had a smaller army at times. All right, let's take a look at what's happening next. Oh, Thunder Lizards. As you can see, the Beastmaster summoning those Thunder Lizards. They are going to go ahead and start exploding from the back. This may be the end of that, as a Spellbreaker has been stolen once more. Dark Ranger sitting at level 6, almost at level 7. Wind Riders are all split up every which way, all of these buildings have been taken out because of the Thunder Lizards. All right, in comes the next engagement. Oh, it looks as though the Priest could have been taken out instead. We're looking at the Water Elementals. No ensnare onto the Beastmaster at all, as more Disenchant and more Spirit Links still going across every which way. Dark Ranger down to 450 hit points, needs to get back. There's the Speed Scroll. Farseer needs to pull back with all of these units once again, as the Spellbreakers, that front line so difficult to deal with. Maybe Tauren would have been much better. No way to lifesteal, no way to heal for Lin. Yeah, no way to heal for Lin at all. Maybe Witch Doctors, but then again, Spellbreakers could steal those healing wards. And with this expansion, now the only primary mining base gone, that may be the game. Sock with a level 6 Beastmaster and a level 6 Archmage with level 2 Brilliantora, so it is most likely Mass Teleport. We'll see what the follow-up play is going to be. Mass Teleport, all the units are going to be trying to retreat back. Here you go, units going to be teleporting back home. Once again, the expansion is already gone, so it is currently, what, 7 gold a second or 10 gold a second versus none. All right, what you see is what you get. Sock did end up losing a fair bit of peasants, though. Meanwhile, wow, that Orc Burrow down to 24 hit points, still somehow surviving. Meanwhile, back off to the north here. Disenchants going every which way. Kodo Beast wants to eat a target, unable to do so. Those Spirit Wolves, even with critical strike, not doing that much. Kodo Beast unable to chomp down on its precious prey, as Sock now down to what, 38 supply? All right, he must have lost a lot more than I expected in that battle. Lin still having a good-sized army, as we now see, well, the Water Elemental going to get taken out here. No Bloodlust. The Wind Rider is suffering a lot more damage than it should, as the Spellbreakers, well, the Spellbreakers of the Orc army causing a lot of problems. So far, Raider is going to get taken down. Farseer trying to engage, trying to get into position. Could try and take down a handful of units. Archmage up to level 7. Level 3 Brilliant Aura ready to go. Wind Riders in the back getting focused and taken out, as the Farseer still looking to fight its way through. What's going to be happening here? Not sure at all, as the Farseer now looks to pull back again. Wind Rider unable to engage easily. One Spellbreaker has turned allegiance again, as the Farseer is in the backfield hoping to deal enough range damage. The Priests, the MVPs of this battle so far with Inner Fire, really reducing the amount of damage with that +5 armor and having heal as well. Beastmaster down to 380 hit points. It is dropping very, very quickly. Is it going to get taken out? Farseer does not have enough mana for a Chain Lightning at all, as the Kodo Beast now going to get taken out, and that is the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed that game between Lin and Sock. Absolutely beautiful game taking place here on Tyrannus Stand.